Jordan Chiles is standing firm. The American gymnast has continued her fight to reclaim her bronze medal from the 2024 Paris Olympics by filing an appeal in Switzerland's Federal Supreme Court to overturn the Court of Arbitration for Sports' decision that stripped her of her medal. Her attorneys announced in a statement on Monday, September 16th. Jordan's bronze medal was reallocated in August to Romania's Ana Barbosu, after Romanian officials had appealed the results of the women's floor exercise final to the International Gymnastics Federation, where Jordan's score had been changed after she challenged the difficulty of part of her routine. The Court of Arbitration for Sport announced shortly after that the American gymnast's original score would be reinstated, deciding that Jordan's coach's inquiry into her difficulty score, which resulted in her bronze finish, was filed a few seconds late. Now, the 23-year-old's attorneys are saying that Monday's appeal is a, quote, continuation of Chiles' pursuit of justice for the bronze medal, as they believe CAS's decision was procedurally deficient, claiming in part, first, CAS violated Chiles' fundamental right to be heard by refusing to consider the video evidence that showed her inquiry was submitted on time, in direct contradiction to the finding in CAS's decision. Second, the entire CAS proceeding was unfair because Chiles was not properly informed that Hamid G. Javari, the president of the CAS panel that revoked Chiles' bronze medal and awarded it instead to a Romanian gymnast, had a serious conflict of interest. Mr. Javari has acted as counsel for Romania for almost a decade and was actively representing Romania at the time of CAS arbitration. Given these undeniable deficiencies, Chiles asked the Federal Supreme Court to reinstate the score that she rightfully earned at the floor event final. Further in the release, Jordan's counsel stressed that the appeal is about much more than just the bronze medal and noted that her appeal filing is supported by the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee, which also filed a letter of support of her appeal. USA Gymnastics has also announced their support for the gymnast, releasing their own statement Monday. Jordan's lawyer, Maurice M. Suh, then said, Jordan Chiles' appeals present the international community with an easy legal question. Will everyone stand by while an Olympic athlete who has done only the right thing is stripped of her medal because of the fundamental unfairness in an ad hoc arbitration process? The answer to that question should be no. Every part of the Olympics, including the arbitration process, should stand for fair play. Monday's news follows the 23-year-old choking up at the Forbes Power Women's Summit last week as she discussed the situation.
You said things were taken from you. What was taken from you?
The biggest thing that was taken from me was that it was the recognition of who I was, not just my sport, but the person I am. To me, everything that has gone on is not about the medal. It's about, my skin color. It's about the fact that there were things that have led up to this position of being an athlete. And I felt like everything, has been stripped. I felt like when I was back in 2018, where I did lose the love of the sport, I lost it again. I just felt like there wasn't a lot of people supporting me who I thought that could support me in that situation, could help me, and it didn't feel like it. I felt like I was really left in the dark.
Why do you feel like you were so left in the dark by the sport? You mentioned 2018, and maybe share a little bit about what that moment represented in terms of what led to that loss of love for that support and the recognition from the sport, and also in many respects how this moment potentially built on that as well.
Yeah, so back in 2018, I was in a situation of dealing with a coach who emotionally and verbally abused me. I didn't have the ability to use my voice or be heard. And that is one thing that I feel like now, in this instance of being in this situation, that I wasn't able to be heard. No one was listening to the fact that there are things that we have in place, there are things that we have that should have been seen but weren't taken for realization. They wanted it to be all about, the Olympics and this and that. It's a picture. But I made history, and I will always continue to make history, and something that I rightfully did. I followed the rules. My coach followed the rules. We did everything that was totally, completely right. So having being left in the dark is something that I feel like they just took that all away and was trying to just put the name gymnastics in front of it.